Now talking health, with a significant rise in the number of domestic violence recorded during the COVID-19 lockdown, civil society organizations have taken initiative to sensitize citizens on sexual and gender-based violence and how to combat the menace. In a media briefing on improving access to health care services and status of Sgbv amongst original inhabitants of the FCT, Executive Director Abiodun Essiet, Initiative for Girls, Abiodun Essiet, said the traditional justice system has to be strengthened to improve the capacity of original inhabitant ward health system. Lois Abusambo attended the briefing and reports.
With an estimated 30% of women and girls between ages 15 to 49 experiencing different forms of sexual abuse, Executive Director Abiodun Essiet's Initiative for Girls, Mrs. Abiodun Essiet, says it is imperative to involve the traditional justice system in tackling sexual and gender-based violence from the grassroots.
Our project promoting the rights of original inhabitants in FCT, majorly on improving the traditional justice system in relation to issues around sexual and gender-based violence, and also seeing how we promote and improve primary health care service delivery across FCT. Some of our demands to members of the government and also to the public is for public to take issues of original inhabitants as a major priority, and for the government as a whole to prioritize issues around original inhabitants.
AMAC Chairman Alhaji Abdullahi Adamu Candido spoke on the importance of the judiciary in tackling the issue of sexual and gender-based violence.
If you are able to identify a criminal and you meted justice as it is expected of him, of course he will be finding his cool or cooler somewhere. He won't be able to perpetrate such act again. But if you allow such, perpetrators to freely feel, to be moving about, then of course something is wrong. And that is why I'm saying the judiciary aspect should be reformed so that applicable justice will be seen to be applied where we have, issues like that.
Also speaking, Executive Director Dorothy Njemanze Foundation, Ms. Dorothy Njemanze, said citizens have to be educated on legal provisions and procedures that involve sexual and gender-based violence.
The poverty level of the people is something that we cannot ignore. Aside the fact that people do not know legal provisions and procedures, it's expensive to access justice. And now with these engagements, we are hoping eventually that the FCT, for instance, will have a victim support fund. We've had researches done where amounts of budgets have been made as per what the average cost to resettle a victim of sexual and gender-based violence should be.
In order to create a safe space for survivors, provisions have to be made for non-discriminatory access to services, which will encourage them to report their cases rather than hide it due to discrimination. Lois Abusambo, ASO Television News.